Welcome, everybody. It's episode 51 of the Unity Gaming Podcast. I'm Riccio.
I'm Somppi.
And I'm Kumar.
And Devin's a cat.
Meow. Meow.
So,
What the hell is that? And where is it coming from?
it's just Devin doing a meow sound.
Meow. Shut your cat up, Riccio.
It's not my cat. Anyways, so it is February 6th. There's only 3 of us once again. Dan has taken a sick leave because
Hairball.
Because of a hairball. No, because it's Canada and it gets real cold and then real warm and then real cold again. And then normally when it gets real cold again, everything just goes bad.
And a cold front came in this morning.
Should hit the
Full
fan
frontal.
here in Ottawa.
Full frontal cold front.
So anyways, for those of you who are joining us on the YouTube video version, on the top right this time for our game of choice, we've got 3D Dot Game Heroes being played on the PS3, which I just realized is made by the same people who make Dark Souls. So
It's like, it looks like a super happy, cheerful game.
it totally is. I wonder if I can make this one a little bit bigger so I can play off this so I don't have to tilt my head. But anyways, so what have you guys been playing this week so far?
I played a whole bunch of XCOM. Played some
Are you okay? The XCOM mess your brain up a little bit, or?
I played some XCOM and I actually managed to beat the first alien mission.
Okay.
Like the
Actual hard
like
we
base.
gotta save the city because shit's going down.
Yeah. Like I went through the first
like that.
like alien base and stuff like that, and I didn't end up losing a single person. And like, I've actually did really well. And then I played a second level, and like 3 of my senior dudes like were mortally injured.
Have you been naming any of your dudes after dudes, or are you just kind of?
I'm actually naming them after parts of the human body.
Wow.
Go
okay.
on.
So I've got a sniper named Gallbladder.
Okay.
I have a assault dude called the Rectum.
Directum or
the Rectum.
the rectum?
And he's got the most kills on my team right now.
He just poops on everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's the shit.
I have a heavy called.
He's got a good track record.
I've got a heavy called
Oh
like
my God.
lungs or something like that.
Okay.
And yes, that was a great pun. I really like that actually. But yeah, no, I've just been, I don't know. I've been playing it in like stints of like an hour, so I don't get burnt out on it. Because I think the issue I had was I tried sitting down and playing it for like 9 hours.
You should probably stand up. You'll feel more tactical. Just put your laptop as flat as you can and stand over it. Like, this is
He's a
my
field
map.
commander all of a sudden.
Actually, what I was thinking I was gonna do is I have it hooked up to my TV when I play, and I just sit on the couch and use an Xbox controller. I was thinking about maybe like putting the TV flat on the coffee table and standing over it.
That'd be weird. What if you started watching, like, let's say you were playing XCOM and you alt-tabbed and there's just like a dirty video going on and you're like, I'm looking down upon it. Anyway, so how far did you actually get? Did you only pass that alien mission, or?
I'm about I'm about an hour after that. I haven't done any other critical missions yet,
Okay.
but I've never gotten as far as the first
Do you?
like alien place, so I'm pretty damn proud of my achievement.
Okay.
So don't
Are
you
you
shit
playing
on
on
it.
Iron Man mode or whatever?
No, I tried playing on Iron Man mode for when I first started the game, like first run, no tutorials, no nothing, because I skipped all the tutorials.
Okay.
And I just
Good idea
I ended up getting
on that game.
I ended up getting shit kicked like profusely, and I was like, oh, this was probably a really poor choice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm actually on like my 3rd try at the game, and it seems to be.
And wait, so it's your 3rd try, but
Sticking.
you've never done Iron Man before, or?
No, I did Iron Man
Okay,
for my
okay.
first one, and then I tried normal for the second one, and I got like ass kicked
Okay,
again.
that's why you. Okay.
And then the 3rd one I seem to be doing.
Learned your lesson apparently.
Yes, yeah.
Good.
And 3rd one I
Good,
seem to
good.
be doing like pretty decent. So
That's good.
it's a hard fucking game though. Holy crap!
Have you
That's
gotten
what
anybody?
everybody's been saying.
And I just got this the labs, the
Wait,
Psychonic labs, I think it's.
really?
Yeah. Just got that. I managed to capture the final boss of the first alien section.
Okay, I think maybe I'm confusing the alien section that you're actually at. If you already have the Sonic labs, you're pretty far in the game.
Really? Yeah, I just got them. Like I haven't put anyone into training yet.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just building it right now.
No, you're actually pretty close to.
Really? I thought it was like
pretty cool stuff.
I thought it was like So I think I'm gonna try and load all my snipers into the labs to get them to have psychic abilities, because I've got 4 snipers, and 2 of them are really really good. Like I don't think they've ever missed a shot.
Oh my god. What kind of weapons do you have in the snipers? Are they
I just have the laser
Addison?
ones right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
But I'm talking like
What?
they're on the final boss of the first alien like complex that you go into.
Yeah.
I had a 10% chance to hit him, and I sniped him for 9 and took him down to 1. And so I was like, oh. And I just brought my heavy guy in because he had my arc. Is it arc laser or arc restrainer?
Yeah.
Or
Arc.
something. I know it's arc something. But
I say arc lightning, but it's not that.
no,
So,
it's but
arc,
I legit had him and ran him up and used the arc restraint.
thrower. Arc thrower.
Arc
There you
thrower.
go.
Yeah, that's it. Use that and it worked perfectly. Great.
All I can say is wait till you get plasma snipers, because it goes from like, hey, I got 10 like your 10 damage thing,
Yeah.
to when you do a headshot, and then let's say, wait, have you gotten anybody up to colonel yet? Like as a sniper?
No, I think I'm on my sniper's on the last one.
Okay,
2 of
so-
them are on the last one now.
One of the things you get on that last tree, plus a plasma sniper and the ability to headshot, you can like kill the strongest enemy in the game in like one shot.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of it's a beautiful thing.
I've gotten this really awesome strategy where in the initial part of the game I move like I have 2 heavies, a support, or 2 supports, 2 snipers, no, 1 support, 1 assault, and 2 snipers in my squad. And I move the snipers up first, and then I move everybody kind of protecting them.
Okay.
And then I put them in, like on my next turn, I put them in Overwatch, and I move everybody else up. So as soon as an alien's discovered and like moves,
Yeah.
both snipers will shoot the alien like immediately, and it's just worked wonders. Except for the sectoids,
Sectoids or sectopods?
sectopods, the ones that make the zombies out of the dudes.
No, those are
Chrysalids?
Yeah,
Chrysalids.
chrysalids.
Okay.
Chrylexes.
Okay. Okay. The first time I found those, I legitimately, like opened a door with one of my assault dudes. It was my first, like, you have to rescue people and kill aliens, and I used one of my assault guys to open a door to check it to see if there were guys in there.
Yeah.
And 2 of the dudes popped out and immediately ran up to him and like killed him in one shot and killed a heavy in one shot. And I was like, oh god, what is
And
going
then they turn into zombies.
Yeah,
and
I
you probably cried.
yeah, I was like, you're zombies? So all I did was I just threw every one of my squad members that had a grenade and a rocket launcher. I just like in one turn I had 6 characters dead. Or like not my characters, but 6 enemies dead.
Especially later on, I would definitely recommend not throwing your snipers in first, because when you meet something like, I may have said the name, like sectopods,
Yeah.
I won't ruin you the reveal of what the fuck those things are, but you'll have this moment where you might want to just start watching out with your snipers, because you'll send them in and then suddenly your whole squad's just gonna be done.
Really?
Yeah.
How long does it take to get one of your snipers up to colonel or whatever the highest rank is?
a long, like for me, I've had them since the beginning of the game.
If you go into, there's like a place where you can, it's like the officers training school or something, you can make it so your dudes do get more experience as like in fights, and I think you can take maybe like 3 or not 3, maybe like 5 or 6 missions before you're max level. But that's if your snipers are like killing the shit out of everything.
Yeah, like you're only using them to kill things, which seems to be the case right now, except for my assault dude.
Okay.
Who?
So they only get experience when they actually kill something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's how it is. But my snipers have been pretty good and have not missed anything. So
Yeah,
I'm
snipers are kind of really powerful in that game.
pretty happy about them.
So I myself also played XCOM this week and finished it. My save file that I had going, where I was naming everybody after people in the cast, and managed to build a pretty sweet dream team that took me to the end. And I was also playing on Iron Man on normal. The game, I never lost like a single mission, never lost a single country, managed to do like a perfect run. It was my first time playing too. And I got to the final mission, got to the final room against like the boss pretty much. And then
Did everybody die?
kind of. What happened is everything was going perfectly well. In fact, I totally could have still won, but then I sent one of my snipers in with a jetpack on. And like, I was kind of taking some advice from people in the chat, like, oh, you should totally move me to like certain places because I'll get like a better vantage point and all that. So one dude's like, oh, just bring me into the room, jetpack me in there, get me towards the top. Like, it'll be sweet. I'll be able to see everything. And because as a sniper, one of the perks you can get is the higher you are up, you can just do like even more damage or better chance to hit or something.
Yeah.
So I fly him in there, and he's going towards the doorway. And instead of ducking underneath it and going through the door, he goes into the wall and then just gets stuck and turns off the jetpack. And then I can no longer move him. He can't see shit. He can't turn on the jetpack, so he apparently can't land even though he's already landed. And it was just...
He glitched.
And then him not being able to see, and then also me by accidentally blocking the door with another guy who I was totally... I didn't realize people can't, like, walk through people.
That seems like it makes sense.
Ended up having, like, one guy left, and then the dude, the boss guy that I had to kill being, like, low health. And if that sniper could just see through the wall the entire time that it was stuck there, it would have just won the entire match. But instead I had, like... I pretty much had to restart. But the funny thing is, like, there was 3 or 4 times where it was like, oh, I can get the final kill. And then one dude would get, like, his mind taken over.
Yep.
One of the main dudes who was, like, my main shotgun guy, Shanghai or whatever, goes up behind my sniper. Right? Like, I'm waiting for the turn to end. So I'm like, oh, you know what? This is it, guys. Like, I got this. It's okay. That dude gets mind controlled, walks up behind him, just fucking, like, shoots him in the back of the head and just murders my sniper. I'm like, oh! Like, just, and it was just downhill from there.
So you ended up losing?
Yeah, I ended up losing. But the cool thing about that mission is that you don't lose anybody. When you lose the mission, you get the option to restart the mission instead of going back to base. Because before you start it, it's like a sort of, when you hit enter, there's no going back.
Oh, okay. So it's so, they tell you, like, if you've got more micromanaging you need to do and stuff like that, do it then. All
that stuff, you can no longer go back to it. But I always thought, like,
sound really serious.
Yeah, it was pretty intense, but it was a really fun game. I wish that when you beat the game, it would bring you back to your base and you could still do stuff, but no, it just kicks you right to the main menu and it's like, that's it.
Really? Like, you mean you wish there was like a New Game Plus kind of thing?
Or? Maybe not. Oh, I don't know about a new Game Plus, but being able to go back in and do missions with your squad members that you've kind of like built up and done cool stuff with, rather than just kind of ending it.
Like, maybe you have to clean up the rest of the alien scum.
Something like that. Like, just something stupid like that to keep it going.
So that you still have your wicked sweet base.
Yeah. Or like challenge like super hard levels that you'd get after that. I don't know. But instead, once you beat the game, you unlock some crazier difficulty stuff, which is pretty cool. But I'm probably never going to touch that. Because
is there any DLC that lets you make use of what you've already done in the main campaign?
Isn't there one
there's
set
some
out?
DLC. Yeah, there's some DLC which I bought, and I started a save file with it. Like, that's what that save file was. And it's sort of like Mass Effect style, how it's not like a new story, but it's during the game. Yeah. So you'd have to either start like a new storyline or you can't play it, pretty much, because it's like missions that are thrown in as you're going towards through the game, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's kind of shitty that they did it that way, but those storyline missions are actually the extra DLC missions were actually pretty cool. So I can't really complain.
Sweet.
I want to point out that the game I'm currently playing on the cast is actually a really cool game, and I bought this the day it came out. I think it was like two years ago in 2010. Played it for half an hour. It was like, this is the coolest shit ever. Never went back to it. And I feel really bad.
Kumar?
Yep.
I just got Robo Baby.
Oh, we got some Binding of Isaac talk going on here.
I just, like, I've got, let me read off all the items I've got. I've got the helmet. I've got Epic Fetus. I've got 8-Ball. I've got Lunch. I've got the cat. I've got the cube meat, homing bombs, Lunch. I've got They Grow Inside. I've got Lunch. I've got the Pope hat, the Dead Bird, the Squishy Bottle. I've got the Speed Boost and Damage Boost syringe, and I have no. Oh, and I've got White Pony.
A little bit stacked, just a little bit.
A little bit.
If anybody who knows Binding of Isaac is listening to this on the YouTube version, feel free to leave a comment and be like, I totally understand what he said.
So now I'm going to go fight Satan.
And if not, go watch the Isaac runs.
Yeah, if not, go watch our Isaac Let's Plays. We teach you many things about all the items in the game.
Oh, plus I also have 4 hearts and a full stack of soul hearts. I'm actually past. I've got 2 more past what I'm supposed to have.
Well, that always helps.
Not bad.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy right now. And Eternal Life.
So other than Binding of Isaac and XCOM, anything else you guys have been playing this week?
I'm trying to finish up Lost Planet. I've kind of lost interest.
Numero Uno still?
Yeah.
First one or second? Yeah, I was just going to ask.
Yeah, I'm still finishing up Lost Planet 1. I booted it back up again, and then I ended up like signing into Netflix and not finishing it.
I forgot what you said. Were you playing that on the PC?
No, one I'm playing on
360.
PlayStation 3.
Whoa, okay.
I've got a PS3 version, and it looks real good in 1080p. Looks real good.
The game looks good as it is.
Oh, it just looks really nice.
It must look really
I think
good.
it downscales to 720 though.
Okay, well, it looks really nice for 720 then.
On a big TV, everything looks like, what the fuck is everything's it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
It looks real good, and so I'm trying to finish that up, and I'm having a hard time actually like finishing it.
It's a hard enough time.
Though I'm excited to play 2. So
have you ever played 2? I know we've asked this many times, but my memory is horrible.
I played like maybe an hour of it. Like it was one of those ones where like I can distinctly remember that instead of ice everywhere, there's now like grass, and the snow pirates are still there, but it's like I'd never beat the game.
It's still good.
I hear mixed reviews of it, so
it's still good.
I want to get my own opinion on it.
It's still good.
Are you sure it's still good?
It's all right.
It's all right.
No, it's all right. Yeah.
I got to play some DMC.
Oh, how is that? I really want to get that.
What did you play it on?
Is it worth the money?
I got to play it on PC, actually. A buddy of mine bought it a little while back.
Nice.
I think he bought it at release or just a couple days afterwards.
Okay.
And so I got to check it out, and I mean, he's got a really powerful computer as well. So he was running it on, with everything maxed. Mind you, Riccio, correct me if I'm wrong. It's running on the same engine as, for example, like RE6, and is it an Unreal Engine?
Yeah,
game?
it's an Unreal Engine game. There's not much pop in though. There is, but it's like so compared to a lot of games. Though. Yeah, it's so subtle.
It's really subtle, especially comparatively to like Gears of War and some of the other titles that are using the Unreal Engine. It's really, really nice. They did a good job. It's smooth. It loads quick, runs really well, and I think it was the last podcast that you mentioned this, or just a conversation that you and I were having.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like the combat is crazy smooth. It runs really well. It's easy to jump in and out of combos. I like it, man. I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to playing more of it. I played maybe collectively 2.5 to 3 hours or so.
Oh wow!
Over the course of 2 days or so.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
So I got my first feel for it, obviously, in quite some time. The last Devil May Cry game I played was 4.
Oh wow!
Way back when it came out, which I don't remember what year that was now, but
holy shit!
Played 4 a little while back, and then this was it's a well-deserved sort of reboot, if you will, because the series has always been cool, and I think that now they've done the right thing with it, where they haven't taken too much away from it, and I think people were pissed off that they had changed Dante around, but he's a cool guy, man. I mean,
I was gonna ask, what do you think of the new Dante? Because I
still prefer the original.
Oh really?
Yeah, I still prefer the original, but at the same time, I am really enjoying seeing this new guy too. Like he's just a cool character. There's not much to him in the way of, this is gonna sound dumb, but there's no substance to him in my opinion. At least not yet. I'm probably not far enough into the game to really say it, but right now it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of substance to him. But he's a cool character in the sense that he's not an annoyance. He doesn't feel out of place. And mind you, they're starting the story from the beginning, right? So it fits, and it doesn't feel forced. That's kind of what I like, is that it doesn't feel forced at all.
Okay.
So I'm enjoying it. It's a cool game. It's done well, plays well.
Sorry to cut you off, Kumar, for a sec. I just beat Satan.
So solid. Sounds kind of funny when you say it out of the blue.
Yeah,
like I'm a Catholic, guys.
I just shit kicked Satan in one go.
Well, saying shit kick doesn't.
All right, sorry. So DMC, like you're enjoying the combat on it, and the new Dante is not the best for you.
He's cool in the sense that I like him, and they did a good job designing him. He fits the series really well, and the general sort of palette of the game. He fits with it really, really well, but. Again, I prefer the original Dante because I think I've seen him so much more.
You said you only got into like an hour of the game, right?
Well, I think I'm just shy of 3 hours in. Like I'm probably 2 hours and 40 minutes or something in. So it's not like I'm too far into it. But what I've seen of him so far, just like it's fine. I mean, I like it, and
I will say as you go on and he gets a little bit less. He kind of, when he starts growing on certain characters and starts sort of caring about what's going on, I should say.
Yeah.
He definitely is a bit more likable, but either way,
I figured as much.
Yeah,
I figured as much.
Either way, I still really, really, really enjoy the new Dante. especially there's some story part. There's like one story part where I don't want to explain anything, but I like the way Ninja Theory does a lot of emotion stuff through the characters' faces. For some reason, every Ninja Theory game, like Heavenly Sword or like Enslaved and all that stuff, the eyes and all that stuff, I don't know. They're so like
They're
glossy
believable.
or believable, and you're just like, oh, I'm looking into your eyes. It's crazy. I don't know. I like it.
The game looks really good too.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful,
So,
especially on
I'm
PC,
happy
like
with
60
it.
frames. I don't know if it's actually 60
Yeah.
frames in the consoles, but
I'm not sure if it is.
yeah.
I'm actually really excited to pick it up. I think I'm gonna buy it on Friday when I get paid. So
Do it.
I know I've
That's a
been
cool title.
I've been
Having played so many third-person like hack and slash sort of titles, I can very comfortably say that I am very much enjoying it.
So that means that whenever Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance comes out, Kumar will have to get you over here to try that one out before you play. Not to beat Metal Gear, but to try it before God of War comes out. And
It's coming out soon, right? Metal Gear?
Metal Gear, yeah, it's in a week or two. Not
Yeah,
next week, because next week is Alien, but the week after, I think. I want to say it's that.
I keep forgetting like what games are coming out, and then I like read up on what's being released. I'm like, oh,
That's next week.
That's what? What is this?
It's a great start of this year. It's fantastic.
I guess starting off with
This whole year is, I think everybody kind of upped their game because they know that the console generation is going to be changing very soon.
yeah, we've got the
So-
new Sony announcement on February.
What do you guys
20th.
think is going to happen, actually? There's a good topic to talk
I
about. What do you guys think is actually going to happen?
realistically, I think they're going to announce the PlayStation 4.
I think they've actually already said that that's going to be shown, but nothing on
Well, they
it.
said the future of PlayStation.
Yeah, that was their quote.
But
right?
that
the future
could-
of the brand, basically, is what they were getting at.
Yeah, that could also be a apology for the Vita.
Hey guys, we're
good.
sorry about this, but yeah,
No,
but
like
see,
like kind of like instead of like promoting the Vita more than
Oh, okay.
what they've actually not actually like legitimately apologizing for it, but
We're so
yeah.
sorry that we did a good job.
it hasn't been really well received.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been well received because there's not too much good stuff for it. But anybody who has one is happy because of the whole PlayStation Plus stuff, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
But
So I'm interested to see what's going to be coming out of it. I hope they show it, not just like a tech reel of, this is what it's going to be like.
but I don't
Okay.
think they have anything else to show for it, right? Like, what are they really going to?
Well, I bet you they've got a physical design for the box.
Yeah, I'm
like-
sure
I hope they just put like
they
that
have to by
design.
now. It's too,
Like, and there's been a whole bunch of mock prototypes and like Photoshop designs and I think a couple of AutoCAD designs of what the controller is supposed to look like out online right now. So
Or at least
Yeah.
concepts or whatever.
there are
Yeah.
concepts of it. Well, there was a couple of CAD drawings that were 3D rendered that weren't supposed to be leaked out, and those got leaked.
of course they did.
I hope they just like get on stage, and then Kazurai just
We
like
got bought by Microsoft.
he hits a button, and then like the PS4 just lifts up on stage with a controller, and then you have like Gunther music comes on. It's like, ooh, you want it, and then like he just steps off the stage, and it's just that for like 30 minutes. It's like a fucking club thing, and there's just like random information about it being shot up on slides and just gone.
They just start like,
Just like, holy fuck, I do want one.
why did this marketing campaign work so well on
So
me?
dumb, I want one.
I buy it. If
would've.
that was honestly the marketing campaign, I'd be like,
Shit. All right,
yeah, I'll take 3.
I'll take Gunther.
Does it when I
I
turn it
hope
on?
they-
Does it
yeah.
go ooh?
I agree with you.
you
Though. I hope they
want
actually have
it.
something worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll show something.
Well, they're going to have to because everybody's stoked for it, right? Like
Well,
people are
if they
really
don't-
curious.
If they don't explain anything on it at this press release, Microsoft's just gonna get the jump on them.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Microsoft's
Mind
like,
you, Microsoft's gotten the jump on them for years and years and years now.
well, they were banking off of the success of the PlayStation 2 for the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Off of brand name alone, that like, hey, you're gonna buy this really expensive console because you really enjoyed the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 3's got a lot of power in it, but they didn't do a good job selling it. Like I'm trying.
They're
I
Right.
still
That's why it was terrible.
totally enjoy the PS3 maybe a little bit more than the 360.
I am starting to like it more. If
Love the PS3.
if I honestly, the only game that I constantly play on my 360 is Halo 4. That's it. Everything else I play on my PS3 if I've got it. Which
you know what I want
is really
Microsoft
odd for me.
to do whenever they reveal it? Just show the 360, be like, hey, we're selling it again, but now it works with PS3 controllers without any third-party things. So I'll be like, all right, you know what? You sold me. I'll buy another one. Like,
But they have that.
Actually, there's a lot of talk of the next Microsoft console being an online only sort of deal, and I think that's the wrong way to go personally.
Oh, if they go with a online only removal of like the ability to resell games, or trade in games, I think they're just screwing themselves.
You know what I think is, as much as they are screwing themselves, I thought about it recently, and I think all the games that I've randomly bought this year have all been stuff that has had like my credit card already tied to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as much as they might overall get less sales on like the console, because a lot of people maybe won't be able to buy it because it's online only, I think they'll get a shit ton more money off of just fucking random purchases of like, oh, my credit card's already on here. This game came out today. I'm just gonna download it.
Yeah,
yeah. Because I mean, if you think of like Steam and all that shit,
yeah, that's true.
A lot of games have just sold me on like, well, it's on sale for like 5% off, and I don't have to go to the store. It's already got my credit card details. Like, just let's.
Yeah, but see, the difference is that you can play those games offline.
Oh yeah, I think, but I guess so.
Can you?
They're
like,
talking,
well, the games that you purchase through the,
like, it's got to check your, like your username or something before it'll actually let you boot the title. And mind you, I highly doubt that that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that restrictive, but yeah.
Well,
but to be honest, even Steam's offline hasn't worked until just recently when they finally patched it properly.
It hasn't worked in
there's a lot of
years.
Yeah, it works now though.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't actively tried
I use it all the time. So.
Well, like what I'll do is if I can't sign in my Steam, offline account, I'll just like pair it with my phone and then sign in and then log out. So I've got like, I'll boot up the game that I want and then sign out. That's what I've been doing. So it works.
But it's kind of funny. I'm going to quote, but not really quote from who, but somebody, I was on my Facebook, okay? And someone left a message, okay? And it was pretty much saying like, the dude was looking for music, so it's not really game related. But he said he was looking for music and he got just so lazy that instead of looking for a torrent, he just went straight to iTunes and bought it because it was just so much easier to do.
Yeah.
Even though it costs money and torrenting would have not.
Yeah, that's how you compete with piracy.
Yeah, that's what I think Jeff Gersman said. But,
yeah, if you can't make it easier to buy your game than for me to go online and download a torrent of it.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I think of it that way with the 360. Like, imagine if you pop up your dashboard and, like, you know how the 360 right now has, like, all those fucking blocks of shit? If one of those was literally like, hey, this game came out today, and it's 5% off right now, and your credit card's already in here, here you go, just hit the X button, you can start downloading it right now. Like, and then you can turn off your Xbox if you want, it's going to keep downloading. Like, just
that's
having
already a
that,
possibility, though.
That's already a possibility, yeah, but I mean, just having it straight on
it?
the front where it's, like, 2 A buttons away from being downloading to your console. Like, without being, like, scroll through to the games section, hit X or hit A, go to it, go. Do you want to add your credit card, or do you want to check? Yes, are you sure? These are the taxes in your location. Go. Do you want to download to which drive? Or I don't. It doesn't do that. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if it was just like popped up and it was instantly, if it was super easy, super fast, and it was telling you like stuff is constantly on sale,
kind of like the
deals,
Steam front page.
Yeah, it's like the Steam front page where it's legitimately like I can click and then I've already got your PayPal or whatever. Just hit next again and all right. Do you want to download it now? Like, what's your deal? It's like okay. If you were to do that on an actual console, and I know PlayStation's kind of doing that right now, how you can pre-order versions of it, and PlayStation Plus is really good, and with Plus sometimes you can actually buy stuff for cheaper, like pre-order it wise, the download version. If they continue that into the next storefront that's on whatever next consoles, I think they'll end up making a shit ton of money that way at least.
But they have to do it properly.
Yeah.
If they don't do it properly, then it's just going to turn off so many people so quickly.
I think people are already turned off because at the end of the day, you can get a tablet for much cheaper and pay less for your games.
Yeah, that is true. And
like the market's changing as it is. I think this coming generation is probably the last generation that we have where we're going to have
$800 boxes
that we plug into our TVs and stuff. Everything else is just, I mean, look at how much more mainstream the internet's coming. Look at how much more mainstream streaming is becoming.
Oh, yeah.
But
I still want my fucking idea of having just your friend's game streaming to you constantly.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sweet.
It'll be interesting to see how this console changes everything, because this is, I think, the scrutiny that exists within gaming as a whole, I think is going to get quite expansive with this coming generation.
So I think, like I explained last time they were talking about the next-gen consoles, is that as much as the hardware is going to be really cool and games are going to look really pretty, I can't wait to see what they're actually going to do. Because, I mean, the 360 and the PS3 and I guess the Wii and the Wii U have been, like, the first consoles that actually were built with the ability, well, not the ability, with the thought of like, okay, we got to dedicate resources to like a background sort of OS thing that's going to be constantly running. And now that they've seen how awesome it is to always have like the ability to get to your friends, to get to your music, to check out apps, to post things on Facebook, to post things on Twitter. And now that they're going in head first, knowing like, okay, we got to have resources dedicated to this. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the dashboards of all the new consoles, because dedicating more resources to having that always on, you could do some crazy shit. Like PS3 might have party voice chat, which is something that'd be fucking fantastic to finally have.
That'd be amazing. Like,
it's taken them so long to catch up, though. It's crazy frustrating.
But here's the thing: now that they've seen all these innovations that, you know, both from the Wii U, from Microsoft, and from themselves, it's going to be interesting to see what lessons they take from other consoles, or where they expand on certain ideas. And if they do it properly, if Sony gets the hype out first, which is what seems like their battle plan is right now, they could pretty quickly conquer the market.
I think
if they make it, the reason why I never really liked the PlayStation 3 was all of my friends had Xboxes, and it was just easier for me to connect to them. So connecting to my friends who had PlayStations was just harder. It was kind of a pain in the ass to add them. It was a pain in the ass to hook up my Bluetooth headset so I could chat with them. Like,
the Bluetooth headset was such like a fucking like, I have to go and buy one of these things. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, like it was just a pain in the ass. Where if they make it more easily integratable, like the Xbox 360 headset, as much as it was a piece of ass too.
I have to say something though. The Sony branded whenever they put out, what was it, Mag or SOCOM, and it came with the super high quality Bluetooth headset.
Yep.
That shit was fucking amazing sounding.
Really?
It was like, yo, you're in my house.
Like high fidelity?
Yeah, it sounded like they were literally like, it was like crystal clear. It like barely picked up background noise. It always sounded really good. Oh, man. But the thing is that you get into a game, and then you have people who have like their like random shitty like cell phone mics, and then you have people with the high quality, and you're like, oh, that sounds so good. And then you have the one dude that sounds like he's like in a car. You're just like, oh fuck, like,
get off my team.
Did you realize your phone's not synced to your headset's not synced to your phone? It's still to your Xbox. God damn it. So, or your PlayStation. But
just talking to his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, honey, I'll be home soon. I'm just in the car right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
The problem with Sony is that they're a little bit ignorant, though. They just they don't. And I mean, I might be 100% wrong here, but this is what I've seen over the past however many years. They just don't seem to adapt to the marketplace. They just want to keep doing their own thing.
They're always about the proprietary, which is...
Yeah, when you look at what Microsoft has done, there's a reason they put that headset in the box with every single 360 that got shipped. Every single 360 that got bought gave everybody that ability. The only other thing that was attached to it was getting a live membership. And so it was very easy to be universal. Yeah. Sony has never adopted that type of mentality, and I don't understand why.
I think
they're going to this time. I think with this one, they're going to try and stop. They're going to try and stop controlling and trying to create all the new rules, and they're going to kind of roll with the punches a little bit more, as opposed to, you know, trying to take control of the market and trying to be not a trailblazer, because they will be if the console comes out first. But I think they're going to be, you know, a little bit less proprietary on, you know, like, hey, we've got this standard style headset that comes with this, and you know they're going to be a little more friendly with their product, as opposed to.
Let's hope so, because they're going to need to.
Well, even with their cameras, as showing changing the mentality of Sony as a company in general. For years, they were only ever Micro Pro Stick Duos. They were only ever that. They were never anything else. They were never SD cards. They were never XD cards. They were never compact flash.
Which is part of why I think it's costing them so much.
Yeah, which is why they cost them now. But all of the consumer cameras that have been produced for the last, 3 years, even their super, super high-end ones, which had weird proprietary things, are now using, SDHC, stuff like that. Like, they're playing nice with the standards, the industry standards. So I think instead of trying to set their own industry standard, I think they're going to maybe pick up something else, because I think the rumor now is like everything's x86 based, so they're all, like standard kind of processor based units.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be less likely to try and make their own proprietary stuff.
Let's hope so. But see, it doesn't change it. Like, look at the way that they handled the Vita.
It just prints credit cards.
Yeah.
To be honest, I know with the Vita, maybe it's not like the best way to explain, because I mean, once again, I don't want to say they messed up, but as much as you can say that they like doing their own thing and they're maybe not always doing it correctly, I think they managed to nail it with what PS Plus has to offer and their online component. As much as they're being held back by the hardware, because the reason there's no voice chat and all that random crap is because they said from the get-go, they never planned the correct amount of resources to dedicate to that background stuff. So they can't do voice chat because there's not enough memory that would be associated to it and to do all that stuff. Like, you can barely... You hit the fucking cross media bar and it's barely loading up pictures and shit, like, for going through the menus. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But with the cost of like RAM and stuff going down,
yeah, that's what I mean. Is so
probably be easier to get more in it.
So if you let them do, because as a media box, I might be able to. As a media box, the PS3, like, I enjoy using more than the 360, and the online features. If the PS3 literally just had the voice chat and all that stuff, then that would be totally awesome, and I'd use that more. But from a new system standpoint, I might almost lean more with the PS3 or the PS4, whatever the hell it's going to be called, just because I don't know, I kind of enjoy some of the games that are only available on the Sony platform sometimes. What they've done with PS Plus, either offering for free and everybody can play online, or paying and you get a ton of awesome shit, and then them putting out a console that will have all the background stuff that we've kind of always wanted, and probably more now that they can do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do a good job. But I mean, if you think about it with the 360s, yes, they'll probably add all this cool shit, but there's a chance that it's still going to be a lot of it being hidden behind a paywall again. I mean, look at it, what they did this week whenever House of Cards came out on Netflix, and they're like, oh, look, if you want, we put Netflix out free for the weekend. You can be a silver subscriber. And it's like, you don't need to be paying other than for Netflix on like a phone, on a tablet, on the PS3,
anything.
on the Wii, on a DS, on a Vita, like everything. And the 360 is like, oh, look, you guys can use it for free on the weekend if you want to. Like,
the services that are offered for Xbox Live compared to the free membership that Sony offers is just, I don't like the concept of Xbox Live of having to pay to use my Netflix and having to pay to use my internet if I want to browse the web on the console and stuff. Like, I don't agree with that as a business practice, and I think it's really scummy. Whereas with the PlayStation 3, I've got it hooked up to my TV. I turn on my controller, load up Netflix instantly, perfectly fine, runs amazingly. Whereas I've tried it on my 360, and the 360 alone is kind of laggy. Netflix takes a little bit longer to load up. It's not efficient. I don't like the Xbox for that. Yeah,
well, hopefully they'll change things this time around, right?
I think all I meant to say by that is I think they're heading in the right direction in terms of what do the people using our console kind of want.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm hoping that once they show that thing on February 20th, that it's going to be like, yes, everything we've kind of wanted, or at least show like a little bit of something that'll make us happy. But
you want this.
I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance that 360 is going to come out and be like, our new console, fucking Xbox Live is free. Like, and just...
No, they won't.
I know they won't, but...
Oh, God, that's such a cash cow for them that they will not.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
They've already got such a great install base, too, so...
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be really interesting to see if anybody will try and... Like, if Microsoft is going to go more towards a entertainment scenario, if Sony's going to stay or is going to try and gear towards those quote-unquote hardcore gamers, or how that's going to do, because a lot of the people who own Xboxes right now use it for, browsing Netflix, checking their NFL stuff, and all the random things like that. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see who conquers the quote-unquote hardcore market.
Yeah.
If anybody does, actually.
Yeah.
Because
the hardcore market is shrinking, right? Because games are becoming more and more mainstream.
Oh, yeah.
So every time you hear about these companies, quote unquote, streamlining their shit, it's because they want a bigger market.
Is that a technical term?
Streamlining their shit.
Yep.
Is that what you say to your your customers when they come into your office? All right, we need to streamline your shit.
Yep. And here's how we're gonna do it.
What do you think we should do? Just streamline it, all of it. Streamline my shit.
But we're a construction company. Fire everyone.
I don't even care.
Oh man.
But
It'll be really interesting to see what the 20th holds in store for us.
yeah.
Because I've become a big Sony fan of the PS3 since I've actually started using it more. So I find it to be a nice console. It's
Pretty sweet console, yeah.
pretty well rounded, does everything decently well. A little bit laggy, but yet again, there's nothing you can do about that.
Like, I won't lie, if the PS3 went and had the same stuff that the 360 could do, like voice chat and all that stuff, I would have unsubbed from Xbox Live such a long time ago, because there's really nothing that I actually use on my 360. That, like, if a game comes out, if it's multiplayer and somebody else is getting it, then I'm getting it for the 360. But if not, it's like, fuck that, I'm getting it for the PS3 or I'm getting it for the PC. I don't know. I don't feel like there's anything genuinely exciting that is 360-ish for me anymore. I don't know.
I'm just really tired about the fact that you actually, correct me if I'm wrong here, I haven't used the 360 for this for quite some time, but can you just load up AVI files and MP4 files? Will the 360 read them natively or no?
It's really specific stuff.
And it always looks grainier and crappier than a PS3.
Yeah, see, like that just really pisses me off. Microsoft is on this huge campaign saying that they want to become the entertainment hub of everybody's living room. Here's an idea. Why don't you put native support for these really simple, straightforward files, which run perfectly fine and very naturally through Windows? Why is it so difficult to do it on the 360?
Yeah. Because it's not following the Microsoft codec.
Oh,
they're freaking retarded.
WMB. That's what we put our videos at as.
That's honestly the reason why, is because it doesn't follow the Microsoft specific codec.
That's so dumb.
But anyways, to hop out of a bit of this talk, so we'll probably hop back into it for the news section. But anything else you guys been playing this week?
That's really all I got. How about you, Kumar?
No, I mean, like I said, I finally got a chance to check out DMC. What else? Played a little bit more of Isaac. Still playing Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah.
How's that going?
It's going well. I'm still really happy with Assassin's Creed 2 and everything that they did with it, and I'm looking forward to finally starting Brotherhood.
Okay, yeah, you haven't touched 3 yet, if I remember correctly.
No, and I'm not going to.
You're not going to? You're actually not?
So it's been decided.
No, I'm not interested. I never was.
Oh, man,
I don't want to ruin what's become a great experience for me with Assassin's Creed 2. And after what you guys have all told me about Brotherhood, I'm very much excited about that. So
don't you want to see how it ends?
Nope, I'm good.
I almost said it, actually. I was like, don't you want it? And I was like, oh, fuck.
I would have just been like, oh, well, that's an excuse for me not to finish that game.
You haven't finished either. I forgot.
No, I have
more interested in Ezio. I don't really care about, what's his name, Connor or something?
Yes.
His name?
So finish up Brotherhood, finish up Revelations, and watch Fire.
Damn.
That's like a video. It's
it's really good
animated movie they put out about Ezio. It's pretty much how his story ends. But
yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called. Damn it! If somebody in the chat knows.
Firelight.
Fire. Burn bright fire.
No, I think it's Firelight or something like that.
Firefall.
It's not Firefall. It's not Firefly.
Flaming
Ezio.
Gurgurgless.
Flaming Ezio.
But anyways, it's some. But yeah, no, I'd recommend seeing that stuff and then calling it quits maybe on that
game series.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because 3, there seems to be a camp of people who seems to really enjoy 3, and then there's also a camp of people that seems to hate the shit out of it. So if anything, do like what Devin did and borrow Dan's copy of Assassin's Creed 3, and then start it, and then the second you're like, no, and then just back out. Just
Kumar,
completely forget everything you've done. And
I will save you the trouble. Don't even bother picking it up. Seriously, like, the thing tutorializes you for about 6 hours.
I've heard.
And it does nothing but make you fucking so angry, and if it was probably my copy, I would have thrown it.
It's still a pretty cool game. So.
Don't do it.
It's a terrible story, but still a pretty cool game.
Just don't do it.
But anyways, other than Assassin's Creed, you been playing anything?
Nope.
No.
Still, well, I mean, I played a little bit more of Half-Life 2 and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still working your way through that? Or are you still on the first game? Or are you on the episodes? Or?
Have you ever finished?
No, I started Half-Life 2. Like I started it over again. I haven't played it in so long, so I just figured. I sent you guys a quick message saying that I'm still shocked at how well it's aged.
Yep.
It's so easy to play. Like the game is over 10 years old.
Really? I didn't know it was.
Yeah,
over
man.
10. I thought it was like
It still
7.
does look fantastic.
Pretty sure it's 2001.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't know if it's 2000. Is it 2001 or is it
I don't know.
2003?
Let's fact check this.
Do it, Devin.
I'm pretty sure it's 2001.
In the middle of
also
an Isaac run.
It's called Embers. The
Embers. I knew it was fire something.
And that's courtesy of. If anybody in the chat mentioned it, I do apologize. The first time that I saw it was Dan just sent us a quick message here, called us jerks, and then corrected us.
Oh wait, so Dan's watching, I guess.
Oh hey, Dan.
Dan's watching. Yep.
Oh,
hey buddy.
Making sure we don't screw things up.
Keeping
or he's just enjoying 3D Dot Game Heroes in the top right. But
it is a very good game, though.
So do we figure out when Half-Life 2 came out?
Sorry, I entered a new room.
Devin.
Dan. Do I look like Dan? Do I have a
2001.
stylish goatee and a nice mustache?
It might be 2001.
I'll check it right now.
Dan was actually supposed to shave his face into a goatee for you last time, Devin, but you were sick and you didn't show up, so you didn't do it.
I know he's doing it right. Like he's still
doing
growing
it
it
right
out.
now.
Still growing it out.
But
Half-Life 2.
I started playing a game this week.
2004.
Oh wow!
So I was close.
I was close to
So
sisters.
just shy of 10 years old.
Yeah, just shy of 10.
That's not bad.
Mind you, I think I'm pretty sure they've made particular tweaks to the source engine.
Yeah,
They must have.
Right, or like over the course of time, I imagine like they've used the source engine for a lot of stuff in between. So I do feel that like I'm pretty sure they've done stuff to
Updated the
to
code.
just make it look a little bit nicer. I'm sure it doesn't play quite as nice as it did.
Well, they didn't add
back.
too many things to the original Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Like I think they added a bit more motion blur and some stuff, but a lot of the big stuff that they added in Episode 2 and like the newer version of the source engine, you won't notice it till like you'll notice when you hit Episode 1, you're like, whoa, the lighting's kind of a bit better. Then you hit Episode 2 and you're like, whoa, the whole game's kind of a bit better. And yeah. Speaking of that, we can hop into like a little bit of new stuff while we're still talking about Half-Life. Did you guys see that Gabe Newell and J.J. Abrams sat down and talked today? And they pretty much sat down and realized that I kind of want to make movies with you. And then Gabe was like, I kind of want to make games with you. And then
Really?
yeah. So they
It
both
was a
seem
pretty
to.
interesting conversation
Yeah.
about to have.
I haven't actually seen the video or the stuff from it, but it sounds like they were really into one another. That sounds really, really bad, but
They enjoyed each other's creative abilities.
yeah. And if they were to work together, I would just.
That would be a fucking crazy game.
I don't know what I would say. Actually, I'd just be so happy.
Just start crying.
I fucking love Lost. Make Lost game, but a real fucking Lost game. But anyway, yeah, that I found pretty cool. But anything else?
I want to see them make the next Binding of Isaac.
Ooh,
Oh man, that would be a weird looking Binding of
Imagine.
Isaac.
what that really live looking baby picture that was on Reddit. That
Man,
sent you guys.
I do not
So
like the look of that. Like that
creepy.
just creeps me out way too much.
But anything else? Because I want to talk about something, but I don't know if I want to jump into it yet until you guys are done.
I think I'm all done.
Kumar.
Kumar, are you done?
Yep.
I thought we lost Kumar. I was like, oh god. So this Tuesday, a certain game came out, and leading up to it, I was playing the second game of that game. So then I led into the third game of that game. What I'm getting at is I played
Mass
Dead Space
Effect?
2. No. I played Dead Space 2 this...
You said that so angrily.
No! Bad, Devin! Bad! No, I played Dead Space 2 this Monday, and then leading up until midnight, I played until it came out, like Dead Space 3 came out, and then I played Dead Space 3. My thoughts so far, and I've only played like an hour and a half of that campaign. The game is good, but it's also like not.
Can I say something quickly
Sure,
here?
go for it.
I think you almost ruined the experience for Dead Space 3.
Oh,
And part of why I say that is because Dead Space 2 was very well done. And to play that right before 3, I think it served a little bit of a disservice.
yeah.
You
but
got something
Space
hard
3.
to stack it up
I
against.
wanna explain something though, real quick though. Is that I felt the same way, and before I explain the shitty things about it, or not shit. It's not shitty, but the things that bothered me about it, I should say. I want to go ahead and explain that my buddy Drackle, who's the guy who gifted us something for the dry runs, and I've mentioned his name a few times before. He bought it as well, and like I said, I'm only an hour and a half into the game, and he caught up to where I was, and he seemed to have just passed that moment. And I was talking to him on Skype the entire time, and it went from him going like, "Oh yeah, no, this game's pretty okay. It's pretty okay." Like he felt the same thing, and then.
Yeah.
For the next hour that he was playing, it was like every 3 seconds he was yelling
Really?
in like complete fright. So it's like I feel like I stopped right before the game actually became Dead Space. So I'm just like, oh fuck, and he's like, dude, you gotta go back and you gotta pass that part, man. Like so, I feel like I gotta officially play a little bit more of that game before I
Make a full judgment.
yeah, make a full judgment on it. But some of the things that bothered me in that game is starting off and having it where you're facing like humans for like a good maybe 30 minutes to an hour or something.
You fight a lot of humans.
Yeah, you fight a lot of humans, and you're just like one-shotting them, because using a plasma cutter to a real human's neck is just sort of like, he is dead. Like, you can't just walk away from that.
It's just a one-hit kill, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so it's just like, pop, that's it. And yeah.
Now I feel bad.
So there's that, and of course the game has co-op, which is totally awesome. I can't wait to go through that game in co-op, sorry. But so the game is a hardcore, just like Dead Space 2, where you go through and you have no saves. Or you can save, but you have one life. Dead Space 3 does not have save points. It has auto saves.
Okay.
So going through that game on hardcore is going to require 2 of you to go through a game without dying once in co-op.
Oof.
On like the hardest mode.
That's punishing.
Yeah. So I cannot wait to try that. And a buddy of mine was saying something that I think you can only see the real ending if you're playing co-op and on hardcore, but I don't know if that's true. But
no, I think it's what it is there's more story stuff if you play co-op.
Yeah.
I don't think
but
I don't think they exclude you from the real ending. I think it's just they add more content.
Well, they might have done a Halo Legendary type of thing, like, oh look, we added more cutscene. So I don't know.
Potential.
But I don't know what from what I've played. Okay, so what I was saying about co-op. There's a point in the game I was enjoying it, and the entire time in the back of my head I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this, I'm gonna play co-op, and it's gonna be awesome. It'll be a different experience. I'll see the more story stuff, and it'll be awesome. But the game is meant to be played single player, to like fully enjoy it like your first time through, so that you kind of take in the atmosphere and all that. And you get to this point where there's like a sort of fast travel system, and there's 3 locations you can go. And so far in this game, exploring gets you stuff that you can build weapons out of. It gets you crafting ingredients, I guess if you want to call it, to be able to build guns, to upgrade your character, and to do all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
And it leads you up to this entire ship that you can go through, which is like a 30 minutes to maybe an hour long level that you just completely don't have access to unless you have a second person standing next to you at the door. It's like, hey, you should invite your co-op buddy if you ever want to see this content.
Actually sounds really badass.
So I was like,
They don't let you do this? Like,
they don't let you do it at all. You can't even go in if you're playing solo. Oh. So it's as if like I know it's not that bad, but it's kind of shitty that I've been playing the single player and you go through it and suddenly there's just this magical door that's like, hey, you don't have a second dude here, so you don't know how to open doors. And then I can't have access to the content that or the stuff or the I just messed up in the game, sorry. Or the items or special stuff that I could find. So I don't know. I find it weird that now I have to enjoy the game in a sort of, oh man, Isaac's going through this crazy mission. Oh look, it's Carver. Oh, we went through this gate, and then when I exit that building, he's just gone. Like, it's just not gonna. Not that it ruins the story, but it's gonna be weird.
Break the immersion.
Yeah, it's gonna break that. But I don't know. I still want to play more of that game because the actual gameplay of it is awesome, and I've been having a shit ton of fun with it. Despite it feeling a lot faster and.
Well, I was just gonna ask, how do you feel it stacks up to the second game?
Gameplay wise, I think it stacks up. But you know how the difference between Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2 is that every monster decided to like get 3 times faster?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but even like crazier. So
yeah,
if you don't,
some of them just book it at you.
You
right?
you turn around and they're just already sprinting full speed towards you, like, oh fuck, like, oh shit, and you're trying to like connect, and then like you miss the like slowing stasis thing, and then it's bad news bears. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the game so far. When we tried, I tried hopping on co-op just for like 30, like I don't know, 10, 15 minutes because Dracula hadn't yet got to where I was, so I just wanted to see what it felt like. There was a little bit of lag, but I also feel like it was maybe just our connection.
Okay.
But there's definitely just a few extra lines of dialogue with Carver, just like layered throughout, just random stupid shit. But I can't wait to play it co-op. And also, what bothered me is, you know how you can play as Isaac or Carver?
Yeah.
When you play as Isaac, you think that would be the scarier like solo version of that game. Apparently, playing as co-op as Carver is worse because he hallucinates random shit at random parts in the game.
Really?
The way that Isaac did in
yes,
in 2?
except for like live. Like I think you might. I don't know, but I think you might like be walking around and then suddenly like Isaac's just like explodes or something, and you're like, oh fuck, like what the? And then, but it's not really happening or something. Like I don't know.
Oh my God.
So
It sounds actually.
I'm just like, oh
insane.
great. So now I have to play the game as Isaac, then like Isaac,
Isaac Light
with Carver, or maybe as Carver, or like figure out. I don't know. There's gonna be like 3 playthroughs I'm gonna have to do, and then go through it on hardcore co-op. But I don't know.
Oh, poor you! You have to play a game you enjoy 3 different times.
Well, the thing is, apparently the game's like 18
With
hours long.
friends.
So
Seriously?
yeah, apparently.
Wow.
So I don't know how much.
How long was 2?
12 or something the first time through. Then after that's like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, my fastest run in 2 was like something stupid, like 4.5 hours or something.
Okay. So it's the first run is decently long.
Yeah, but I'm still excited to go through it. It's a pretty neat game. I'd recommend it, especially if you have a co-op buddy, because apparently that seems to be the bee's knees about that game.
The beasties.
It's true, guys. But yeah. Dead Space 3 is pretty cool. I still wish the Dead Space games had a horde mode.
Where it's just you versus like necromorphs.
Yeah, just you and your
That'd be
buddy
really cool, actually.
and necromorphs. That's it. Not
that'd be cool.
player controlled necromorphs. Just you, your buddy, necromorphs. As long as you can go, that'd be great. And to once again hop into little news things. The game came out the same day they announced the first expansion coming out in March. Awakening. It's Dead Space 3 Awakening.
Oh yeah.
So the first $10 DLC for that game, that's actual story, not just content, random fucking guns.
Is it just a
Yeah.
continuation
How's
of
the
game, or?
how's the store work?
The store just has, it's just like Dead Space 2 and 1 had, where you can get like gun skins, and the guns actually have like, this one reloads 5% faster, or I don't know. There's some weird stuff. For buying the limited edition, which is like the first run, which is not for example, but just like every other EA game forever.
Yeah.
You get a few free guns, and from what I've seen, they maybe just do a little bit more damage. But yeah, I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff for like $5 and $10 and $15 on that store, and it's just cosmetic sort of stuff you really don't need.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Those in-app purchases, I tell you.
Yeah.
That's the way that most people will generate money now.
Well, I think I was on Reddit today, and somebody put a post out saying, I think not the lead designer, but somebody who worked on the Dead Space team, was that everybody over 18 is playing on their cell phones now instead, and they love in-app purchases, so we got to bring them into our world. It's like, what? So you brought in-app purchases to Dead Space?
Do you listen to your community?
So yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. But if that new campaign or thing that they're putting out is actually good, and it's only $10, that's actually not too bad. But if it's like, hey, here's like 30 minutes of content,
It'll be $15.
I'll be like, fuck that shit. But yeah, so it's 10. It's
Here's a
$10.
new
It's
ending
pretty
to Dead Space 3. It's a
Here's an
final
extra
cut.
cutscene.
Final cut. We're gonna break Dead Space 3 into 3 colors, and then we'll give you a
Don't-
4th.
Don't say it. No.
Play through
But-
the whole game in a sepia tint.
Oh god. It's a sepia.
Oh my
Sepia
god, that would
experience.
be the worst game ever.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Now I want to put a shader over all my games I play.
Actually, come to think of it, the original Uncharted had a mode like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys remember, I'm pretty sure there was a black and white mode, a sepia tint. There had to have been something else. There was 3 or 4 of them, and I can't remember what all of them were, but I know for a fact that there was black and white and sepia.
I think playing in black and white would be pretty kick-ass.
You guys, I feel really bad, but I have to ask something.
Sure.
So I'm playing 3D Dot Game Heroes.
Okay.
It just said go to the west. The west is the left, right?
Never eat shredded wheat.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I used to. But which way does it eat?
You go up.
That's the confusing
go
one. I know
up.
where north and south is. God damn it.
You go up. East is right.
So it's like a clock. All right,
Yeah.
perfect. I'm going west. I always do that. So
That's
sorry.
okay.
I'm so disabled. No, okay.
We've come to love and accept your disability.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
So wait, do I have to use
strong
the
move.
west stick?
Yeah, you have to use the
move?
west stick to move.
Okay, and then the east stick to look.
Yes.
Thank you.
The west stick. Oh my god.
So I think that's pretty much for games we've played this. Oh no, of course. The first thing I've ever bought for the 3DS online store. Okay. Total. Me sitting there. I downloaded the demo for. Sorry, I was trying to stall there so I can remember the name of the game.
Fire Emblem.
No, Fire Emblem. Thank you. Not
Breath of Fire?
I was like
Breath of Fire.
That's a game too.
Really? That's what you went with?
That's a game though.
Out of everything you could have chosen in that time that you were stalling, you went with Breath of Fire.
I was not stalling. I was stall. No, I was.
Stop stalling. Show us your mocks.
That's really weird. But yeah, no. So
As if you didn't get that joke, you were.
I'm not at the marks joke. I got it. I just don't want to laugh at it because I don't.
Show him your box, Riccio.
My box?
I don't.
Show him your box.
What?
I don't know where you're going with this one, Kumar.
Never mind.
Kumar, explain, please.
A box is another word for a cooch.
Yeah. Why?
Why he doesn't have a cooter?
We're being recorded. We're being recorded.
Never mind, it's okay.
Ricardo.
Don't worry.
I'm
gonna just call you Ricardo from now
goatsy it
on.
up right in his face. No, anyways, no one searched for goatsy. Anyway, so I played Fire Emblem. I played Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Awakening.
Breath of Fire.
And it was the first thing I've ever downloaded on the Nintendo 3DS eShop.
It was just a full game, right?
It's a full game, yeah. It's funny because it came out Tuesday, but apparently Nintendo failed at shipping out all the copies of that to every retailer. So people who have the hard copy, whatever, didn't really get it, or certain stores didn't get it. So anyways, I didn't even know about this. I was like, oh yeah, Breath of Fire came out at some point.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem came out at some
Breath
point.
of Fire.
I'm gonna keep saying that now. God damn it, Riccio. Came out and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's give it. I'm just gonna check it out. I know it's a good game. It's gonna be sweet. I put in my credentials, and then I also said don't save my credit card because I don't ever want to buy anything on there accidentally or just stumble upon like this looks cool. Download it. So anyways, I bought it. It's 8,000 blocks. No have idea. No have idea how much. No, yeah, I have no idea how much that actually is.
I like how they called it blocks.
Yeah, but
It's not data units. It's blocks.
But the important part is the SD card that comes with your 3DS, and I still have the original one, not the XL. Is I don't know how big, but it has 10,000 blocks on it.
Really?
So I filled up pretty much all of that in one download.
It's a lot of blocks.
I was like, fuck, okay. Yeah, it's a lot of blocks. It's a lot of blocks. So yeah. Anyways, that being said, that game is fantastic. It's kind of like XCOM where you can set it up so that it's like a tactical RPG thing where you have a top-down view, you move your dudes, attack, block, wait, use items, heal, do all that stuff. Yeah, no, it's a fantastic game. It's like XCOM, so like I was saying, people can die and then they're just not in your story anymore. But I'm really not good at this game, and I started it up, and spoilers for the first like 5 minutes of the game. Some dude's like, hey, I'm like, I just found you. Like, it's cool that we just met. And then you walk to like the next screen, and then this little girl comes up. I don't know, she's like 14, 15, like that's what she says. It's like, oh, big brother, like we should totally just bring him back to the city. And you're like, okay, that's cool. And it's like big brother, little sis type moment. And then you go into combat, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna move her. I don't know what she is. She just gets fucking killed. And then her like ending quote is, big brother, I'm gonna miss you. I'm so sad that I have to die right now, and I can't live with you longer and experience all this. And then she just dies. I'm like, oh my god, I have to fucking turn this off. Like I have to restart because
was she supposed to die?
No, it's just I got her killed. So
okay.
But the
worst general ever.
The cool thing about Fire Emblem is unlike XCOM, you're just kind of like, okay, nameless soldier. I'm gonna give you a name, and now you mean something to me. In Fire Emblem, everybody has a story. So you can it's kind of like almost everybody is like their own Heavy Rain, and you kill that person off, you don't know anything about them anymore, and like none of that shit will ever come back.
Really?
So you have like 30 people in your party. Well, I have like, I don't know, like I think I have like 10 or 8 or 9 or 10 people in my party right now, and each one of them has like a full story, everything. And if one of them dies, I just never know anything about them. And certain characters can enjoy themselves together like couples or best friends, and you can even get to the point where you befriend someone and you can marry them and have kids, and then like you could like lose your wife and then your child like and then it'll die. Like it's some fucked up shit, and it's like really awesome. It's
I played the shit out of the one on the DS.
What?
I played the shit out of the one on the DS.
But yeah, if you enjoyed that, like the 3DS version so far is really. I'm only like I think 2 hours in, 2.5 hours in now, but it's like, yeah, totally worth that 8,000 blocks. I spend those blocks well.
We don't talk about cash anymore. We talk about how many blocks get used when you download a game.
How many blocks do you get? Okay. Also,
I need a hit. That'll be 4,000 blocks.
I also don't like how whatchamacallit, you don't have a progress bar when you download stuff on the 3DS. It's a block. It's a block with the image of the game you're downloading, and then there's a clothesline with like hearts and bubbles, and they fall into the block, and it's slowly filling it up. But there's no progress bar. You have no idea what the hell your download speed is, and it's just going like just drip dropping into the box until it feels like it's being done. Well, it's slowly filling up, but like it doesn't move that much. You can kind of look at it and be like, oh, I'm halfway done, or 75%, but I don't know what the fuck 8,000 blocks is, and I'm like, oh, it'll take like 20 minutes. It took like an hour to download this thing.
Really?
So I had it just flicked upwards on its charger, and I'm just staring at it as it just drip drops blocks, and it was, I don't know.
Were you making a sad face at the same time?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I can't wait to play this, and it was like 1 a.m. when I bought this shit after playing the demo, so yeah.
Too many blocks.
Yeah. But I'm glad I did it. I'm really glad so far. You know how I've been saying the past few podcasts that I hate playing stuff on the handheld, and I'll just like, I'm at home, I'm just gonna play a console or PC thing.
Yeah.
I had Draggle asking me, he was like, "Yo, do you want to co-op some Dead Space 3?" But like, because I was still kind of like I think it was before I'd caught up to him, or he'd caught up to me, and I was like, "No, man, like I'm playing this fucking 3DS game, like just back off through Dead Space, man. Like I got some Fire Emblem to play." So,
this Breath of Fire.
No, it's Fire Emblem. God damn it. But no, it's it might be the
We're
one.
gonna call it that from now on, Richard. I'm sorry, but things aren't gonna change.
God damn it. But no, I even brought my 3DS onto the bus today and played.
Wow,
that
you
was
haven't
intense.
done that in
I never
months.
pull that shit out. I never whip it out in public. But it was.
Let's hope you don't. Whip it out in public.
This game might be the one that changed me, man. Like this might have been the 3DS game that I've been waiting for.
Riccio gets arrested with an overcoat on and no pants.
It's okay, guys. It's 3D. It comes at you. No.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So
Title
wrong.
of the podcast. Title of the podcast.
Rose.
It's 3D. It comes at you.
But yeah, no, I'm enjoying that. I just wanted to say that. So yeah, do we have
redesign that thing so I can buy it along with Ocarina of Time?
Oh yeah.
Ocarina. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep bringing up stuff, and we can't get to news. I know I found some videos that are a year old, but there's a blind dude. I want to say he's like maybe in his 20s or late 19s. No, I don't know. He's
late teens,
late
early
teens.
20s.
I don't want to say late teens. It's like they're 16. No, but he's like, I don't know. He's probably, I'd say he's 20s, early 20s. And he's completely blind. But he plays sitting down with 2 stereo speakers next to him, and he's playing through Ocarina of Time on the N64.
Oh yeah.
That's craziness.
And it sounds like either someone's told him where everything is, or he was not blind before and now he is. But he's going through every dungeon. He did like the water temple and everything based on sound and guides, and sort of like people who've been helping him in the comments go like, okay, like this part's hard. If you position yourself after you go through the door and like you swing your sword, you might hear something metal. So like roll to the right like 3 times and like adjust your like trick, and kind of helping him go through it. But this is stuff that's been posted like over the past year or more, and he kind of stopped like in the summer of last year. But it was kind of, you just get this weird feeling watching that.
That's some awesome Beethoven shit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome that you can go through it with sound, but it's also insane that someone either enjoys this game so much that he's
adapted to be able to enjoy it.
Or really trying so hard to go through it that way, and it's, I don't know.
For him, though, I
He's
mean,
not letting.
if he
He's
can
not.
experience it that way. That's awesome.
But it's not even that. Like it makes you. I can't even describe the feeling, but just watching someone do that much for
Something they're passionate about.
Yeah, it was just like, oh man, like nowadays, like I just play through games. I'm like, oh, that was crazy. Like that was so great. But it's like, man, could you imagine a game being such a freaking experience for you that I don't know. Like I can't describe it, but it was just, I don't know. It was just insane. I'm at a loss for words for it, but it was just, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But anyway, shall we get on to new stuff?
Let's.
All right, let's play. So Binding of Isaac.
I beat Binding of Isaac again with Kane.
I can't beat.
And I beat what's the heaven level called?
Sorry?
What's the heaven level called?
Is it the chapel?
No, like where you go up and opposed to down at the end of the.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called the chapel.
I thought it was Shalor or something like that.
Sheol is an enemy, I believe.
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's called the Chapel.
Okay.
Then again, I could be completely and entirely wrong.
Anyways, I beat that.
Actually, this is a good
game.
opportunity for me to say, pass along my personal thanks to everybody who's been commenting on the videos, because there's stuff in there that I didn't even know, and a lot of the comments are a big help. So man, the listeners and the viewers are awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to start anything here, but like I feel like everybody who I've seen so far comment on our videos or had the chance of communicating with, or even just leaving comments for, we have an awesome band of people watching us. Like
so fucking
everyone's
kick-ass.
friendly or awesome, or people who even do first stuff that are freaking hilarious, or I don't know.
There's always like 3 or 4 dudes who always try and get first on all the posts, and they always have this like stupid fight of like first, second, third. No, I'm first. No, I'm 119th. I was like, what?
Shit, that just doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous.
It's even funny though that like sometimes people get angry at each other, but it ends up becoming like a friendly thing after. It's like man, what this is awesome. You guys are great. But I just want to say something really quick, totally unrelated. As I'm saving my game in 3D.Game Heroes, the last time I played was it'd be June 5th, 2010.
Oh jeez.
And I played for 2.5 hours. So I lied. This wasn't half an hour. I played for 2.5.
I played for a decent chunk.
Yeah, everybody on the YouTube is fantastic. It's crazy. It's awesome. We love each and every one of you, especially you.
It's weird that you groaned at the end of that.
You.
Okay,
All right. I was pointing at the screen. Yeah. So anyway, starting with new stuff. Things we already talked about, which I'm going to bring up again. We have the J.J. Abrams and.
Can you imagine if J.J. Abrams made a Half-Life movie?
Well, that's what he said. Is he's interested in making a Half-Life and/or a Portal movie. So
Man, that would be a
insane.
cultural sort of thing, because imagine who they would have to pick to play Freeman.
Oh man, it would have to be a first-person movie. You just would never have to see that character's face.
Agreed.
He'd see a mirror, but it would be like as he's like scratching his face or something, or like you know what I
Like
mean?
the mirror shattered from his face up.
Yeah.
Dan should be Freeman.
Yeah. Dan should be.
Dan for Freeman. There's the next
Dan for
campaign
Freeman.
by Unity Gaming. Dan for Freeman.
Hashtag Dan for Freeman. Yo, keep the goatee, Dan. We'll get you glasses. Be great.
Give him a crowbar. He'll be good. He'll be good to go.
So another news story is that the Crytek people who bought Vigil, who to make Crytek USA, as much as they're interested in the company people who are part of whoever made Darksiders, they are not interested in ever making a Darksiders 3 apparently. So
is that just because it wasn't received well enough for them?
yeah,
It didn't sell enough, I don't think.
their quote is, "It doesn't fit with our strategy."
Okay.
Yeah,
That's kind of too bad.
but Darksiders 3 running the Cry engine would be amazing looking.
Oh yeah.
But people said it like
Anything running the Cry engine would look amazing.
But no, there's stuff being said like, could you imagine if people who made like Bayonetta, like Platinum Games and stuff, had the ability to make an action game with the Darksiders thing? Like,
Yeah.
it'd pretty much be like crazy ass Shadow of the Colossus stuff. That'd be mind-blowingly crazy.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
But anyway, so there's that. It's kind of sad to see Darksiders die, but yeah. We have the Dead Space 3 Awakened DLC that's been announced. It's going to be out. I don't know if there's a direct date on this. It's March. They just said March, I guess. So March, it'll be $10. And the good news, it's going to be on 360, PS3, and PC.
On day one?
Woo!
On day of release?
On day of release of that DLC.
I doubt that PC will get.
Fuck you.
That'll get pushed back.
Don't hurt my feelings, Devin.
That's just the case.
So day one of Dead Space 3 apparently happened, and then upon that day, somebody found a room that you can walk into, and I've already kind of noticed this playing along with Drackle, or not even playing along with Drackle, but playing myself. That sounds bad. Played myself like a Dead Space, a little bit Dead Space. You would go into rooms and you'd back out, and when you'd make your way back into that hallway, you're like, I'm pretty sure I picked up that item, but it's there again. So apparently there's a room in Dead Space 3 that if you open the door, pick up the item, walk back out, close the door, and then hit A or X or whatever the hell you're playing it on, and it opens the door again, the item's back. But it's always a random drop, so you could just get resources like mad. So
Oh, really?
apparently there's a glitch
Kinda
going on,
sucks.
and kind of sucks, but also that's the same shit that you're supposed to pay microtransactions through their store to get. So
Fuck it.
Hey man, whatever.
Mind
That'll
you,
get
I think
patched real quick.
Most games like this have some form of not necessarily a glitch, but just some weird hiccup like that.
Yeah, there's always something that gets found, which is fine. I don't really mind. It's in a co-op game, so it doesn't really impact me. I don't mind. And who knows? It might be really helpful to do that on hardcore. So yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
With that, Steam also going through their files that they put out. Whenever they put out test apps, there's like a place where you can check what exactly is being added to their server side. There was something for Dyad that got posted that's possibly on Steam, as well as it said it said Halo 2 and Halo 3.
What?
So I don't know.
They're coming to Steam apparently.
Yeah, people don't know if Halo 3 is actually happening or if it was a typo or what. But that would be mind blowing.
That'll be awesome. Fuck.
Indeed.
Yeah. 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 Steam, make it happen. So I don't know why I did that voice, but yeah.
Fuck, that'd be real good.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to show you guys some videos before we started here. Also, DayZ Standalone finally got their first video, sort of not podcast, but their video
Vlog.
Yeah, vlog, yeah.
Developers log.
Yeah, sure. Where
Developers vlog.
Developers vlogger. Vloggingest of the zombies. Anyways, they showed off some of the world. They showed off some of the items and stuff you could equip. They didn't show any zombies. They didn't show the server browser. They didn't show the new UI for equipping stuff. Like, they cut stuff out to, like, we can't show you yet. But the world looks a lot better. It seems to run a lot smoother. Searching for items, they changed it so instead of just being a pile of shit on the ground that you're like, okay, I'm going to loot this. I don't exactly know what's in there. They're putting the items in the environment, but they're also putting it behind stuff and like in cupboards and like under stuff. Like under a bed, you could find like armor or an apple or beans or gun or whatever. Or you can look behind a cupboard and see, oh, there's a gun or like a knife or a hatchet or something. So
does a hatchet still make reloading sounds when you use it?
No, it seems like they're actually changing a lot of that. They didn't show any of that though. But it seems cool that now you actually have to go into houses or into areas and actually scavenge for stuff instead of just walking into a house, seeing a pile of like, because they had like this default like miscellaneous items on the ground, but then you'd loot it, then a box would pop up and tell you what's in it. So you didn't really know. Sometimes you'd see a little bit on the ground, and it would make sense. But it's really cool. You have to like literally look for stuff, and I don't know if you'll be able to move anything in the environment, but
that's really awesome.
It seems really cool. They also showed a lot of stuff. They showed the look of a lot of islands that they've kind of added. Just it looks really good, and I can't wait for that to actually come out. It just looks like a super polished version of that style of game that looks way better than Warzy, in my opinion. So that's pretty sweet. There's one thing that I added. I probably won't mention it, but it was just like, not really a joke, but before the people who make Psychonauts and like Brutal Legend, it's
Double Fine.
Double Fine. I have it here, but I couldn't read it. It was Double Fine. Notch and them were kind of like jokingly saying like, hey, we should make Psychonauts 2. But then they started the funding for Double Fine Adventure. Well, I think Notch just finally said like,
I'm not.
Yeah, we're not. That's not.
That was a joke. I'm not pumping my.
It's not really a joke, but it's like that wouldn't be feasible, and it's just not
too much money.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you made it official kind of thing that wasn't. happening?
Pretty much.
That's too bad. I know a lot of people were looking forward to that.
That'd have been cool. That's a pretty cool game. I still have to play that one day. Devin, you should be excited about this. Ouya pre-order is now available on Amazon.
Yeah, I get all of the Ouya updates. There are 22,000 dev consoles shipped worldwide to a whole bunch of people. They're putting, I think they're in their last batch of like pre-production.
Okay.
So their last boost of models and stuff like that they're solidifying up, and then I think I get mine March 27th, I want to say.
Oh wow, so you're actually still lined up to get one.
Yeah, no, I'm guaranteed to get one. I'm part of the first 5,000 run. I've got my Ouya username already
Nice.
Signed up
Pre-got.
I pre-got it. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to get my hands on it.
So somebody in the chat was actually saying that the Ouya is going to be the only actual console to get Double Fine's actually their Kickstarter like Double Fine adventure game.
Yep.
It's going to be on PC and all that stuff, and iPhone, I think.
Yeah,
or
iPhone as well.
iDevices
iPhone
or
Android.
handhelds, yeah.
Tablets.
But Ouya is going to be the only one that actually has it on something. That's fine. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this handles, and I've kind of forgotten about it until they sent out the last email saying like, we're starting to pull our hair out because stuff's actually, happening now, and be prepared to get your shit soon. And so it's kind
Just
of
like that, eh?
Yeah, it was, well, I can probably find the email real quick. It was legit, like, I think because the CEO of the company is a female, and it's like, still hanging in there, I'm doing okay, signed, and then her name. I was like, oh fuck, like, what's going on at that company? But I don't know, I think it looks really, really fucking cool.
Hey guys, random question for you.
What's up?
So I just got a gift from someone on Steam,
Okay.
and the name is in Russian,
Okay.
or at least what I believe is Russian.
Okay. Do you want to try to read it out?
Yeah, okay, I'll do exactly that. When I say Russian, I mean it's in Russian characters.
Oh, really?
Okay. No. So do you want to try to read it out? Can you throw it into Google Translate for us?
It says it's from Alex, is all it says.
Alex.
And it's
Okay.
for Dota 2.
Okay.
Oh, sweet, you got a Dota 2 copy. I think I still have like 8 or 9 of them.
I'm kind of confused as to who this is.
It's maybe just a random. I mean, everybody's got a shit ton of Dota 2 keys, so you might have just gotten someone's like, I just need to find somebody.
Yeah, so I have no friends in common with this guy.
Wow.
I don't know who it is. And yes, he lives in Tobolsk, Tyumen, I believe is how you pronounce that,
Tobolsk?
in Russia.
Oh yeah, Tobolsk.
Tobolsk, yeah. They have good
Tobolsk
things.
So I'm not sure if I should accept this because
Don't accept it.
know
I've
who-
got 9 keys for you.
you've got 9 keys for Dota.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Because they throw them out of like handfuls of 4 to people. So
So
Do you want a key right now?
what
I'll
do
send one to you.
what do I do with this then? Do I just not accept it?
no, accept it. Go for it. Maybe you made a new friend.
But I feel bad. I don't know who this guy is. Nor have I ever spoken to him. Hang on, I have an idea.
But
I'm just gonna start randomly sending out Dota keys to my friends.
so I kind of laughed just to say something on the Ouya before I forget. I noticed on Reddit people were joking that because the controller, the 4 face buttons are all circles, they're just different colors.
Yeah, I saw that was the best.
Hit circle, look down, they're all circles.
No, it was. How do I shoot?
Oh yeah.
How do I shoot? I think you press circle. They're all circles.
What I'm curious about is that I wonder if the colors they chose, if they're like colorblind. Okay.
I think they're like really, really, really neon. So I think they're okay.
Thank God. And then whenever you use them a lot, and then the colors are gone. Whoa.
Yeah. I really should have invested in the second controller.
Yeah, it's $50. Go for it.
Fuck that.
It's okay. I'll just give you my 360 one, my extra one. You can just pair it with it.
Actually, you can pair any Bluetooth device to it.
The 360 is not Bluetooth though.
Yes,
isn't
it
Infrared?
is. It's just
It is Bluetooth?
It's all controllers are Bluetooth proprietary based.
Oh, okay.
I think the IEEE code for it is like 72 something CA or something weird like that. I used to know the patent off by hand.
Something in the chat also mentions that you can sell your Dota 2 keys for money. I
Where?
believe one of my buddies has been doing that because Steam has a marketplace now.
Really?
I believe one of my buddies, Skin, has been selling them for 16 cents a piece or 6 cents a piece. So you can really build up that Steam wallet money real quick with 9. You can make almost $1, which is helpful when buying DLCs on Christmas sale.
Yeah, that's very true.
So do that.
Actually, I think I'm just going to go through my friends list, and whoever doesn't have Dota 2, I'm just going to send it to them.
Okay, I like serious talk here, guys. I think I'm actually gonna play a lot more 3D Dot Game Heroes because, yeah.
All right, we're getting distracted. What's next
Okay,
on this?
so what's next on this? So what's really sad here, is that Sony severed their ties with
Shop bot?
ooh,
Bot?
Bot?
Something? Botany?
Superbot.
Superbot.
The people who made PlayStation Battle Royale, All Stars Battle Royale, which kind of sucks because apparently that means that the DLC has been canceled, and
Well, I think they're still going to produce DLC.
I hope so. But it kind of sucks because that game was actually really fun. We even had a great time trying to do a dry run of that, as well as just playing it randomly whenever we had the chance. It kind of sucks that
It
went out like that, especially with it being a good game.
It was plagued with a lot of like marketing issues, or not marketing issues, licensing issues.
Yeah, I guess character-wise, but
Yeah.
still, I don't know. It sucks that when did it come out? Like not even that long ago.
December,
and
maybe November,
and it's straight up like, oh, it doesn't sell so good yet. No, okay, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Like
it's
just,
dead. It never happened.
Yeah, so
like, what?
that kind of sucks. Didn't even give it a chance.
Which is too bad. Just really too bad.
So other than that, Witcher 3 got announced.
Did you see the screenshots for that put
Yeah.
up on IGN? Holy shit.
I want to mention one thing: is you can say "holy shit" all you want. All I saw when I saw the screenshots is like, looks like Witcher 2.
Yeah.
So it,
just an up-res version of
yeah,
Witcher 2.
it did look better. The lighting and stuff did look better, but it was like, this looks like Witcher 2. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because Witcher 2 looks fucking amazing. But like, man,
$10 right now.
yeah, but yeah, that's right. It's on sale right now on Steam. But something's, wow, excuse me. Some things they mentioned is the world is apparently like 20% bigger than
Witcher 2.
Witcher 2, so it's massive. It is the final Witcher game.
Oof.
And
It's free roam.
it's completely free roam, yeah. So I'm excited, and apparently it's for sure next gen. So
Awesome.
I'm totally
Actually, is that part of why they put Witcher 2 on sale recently?
probably.
Probably
That's
they-
also because Witcher is, that's our next news thing, is celebrating their 5 million sales.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's actually Witcher in total. I don't know if that's just Witcher 2. Yeah, the Witcher series passes 5 million in sales. So
Oh, nice. That's still really good.
Good for them.
I wish Witcher 2 would get more
Exposure.
because of how crazy, even Witcher 1, but Witcher 1's a little bit dated. Witcher 2's story and the way they handled it was fucking so goddamn good. So, yeah. Another new note. For those of you who are thinking of upgrading your video cards soon, apparently AMD is running this thing where even if you buy like a $160 card or something, it's like their next lineup of stuff, but like the cheapest one's like $160, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You get Crysis 3 and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider.
We went through this a little
Tomb
while
Raider.
back.
So Tomb Raider and Crysis 3 for free with your card. So that's like
Sweet.
Tomb Raider is $50 on the PC. Crysis is $60. So that's like $100. You're buying a video card for like $60. You get 2 games. It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, I don't know. Kind of really cool. I don't really need an upgrade, but yeah, it's for the
Maybe I'll pick-
7800 series.
Oh, 7800 series.
7800 series.
Oh, I might pick one of those up because I need a card for my Steam box.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was actually pretty neat that you get 2 fucking fantastic ass games. Well, hopefully fantastic ass games.
Where is that on the AMD website?
Probably. I have no idea. And sadly, reading more of this thing, it's only in the US and Canada. The UK, you get some Square Enix titles for free. But yeah, that's fucking sick. That's like
That is pretty
really, yeah, that's, wait, hold on. They typoed this. Because the title says Tomb Raider and Crysis 3, but in the body, it says free copy of BioShock Infinite in Crysis 3.
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
Wow.
Sorry. If you buy the 7900 card, you get BioShock in Crysis 3. If you buy the 7800 card, it's BioShock Infinite and Tomb Raider. I cannot read.
Well, I'm going to go buy one right now.
So anyways, you get the choice of 2 fucking amazing games or 2 fucking amazing games.
Buy select AMD products and get Crysis
Devin, stop.
3 and
Devin,
BioShock
Devin,
Infinite
stop. We're
for
not
free.
we're not
He just reads the
sponsoring.
whole thing right back.
We're not sponsoring things. And speaking of other stuff that costs money, that gets you some stuff that may or may not be important.
Take this one.
Twitch TV decided to launch their new premium service for $9 a month, where you get a battery next to your name. You get to have a color picker to choose any color for your name. You get to use a few extra emoticons, and you don't see ads. However, unlike people who use ad blocker, if you go into a channel and you don't get an ad, your view still counts towards that streamer getting ad revenue, because they paid money to not have it, so they like get part of your payment. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, they get
unlike
paid
people
still.
who go to watch and they use ad block and they don't want ads, the streamer kind of can still make some money off it. And I'm not saying that because I'm a streamer, because I'm not partnered and I get nothing for doing anything. But I don't know, $9 a month seems really expensive for that. However, they said they're going to be introducing some more features with it. So, and they've been doing this with Justin TV anyways. So, yeah.
I found the card I'm going to get.
Devin, stop.
It's a 6
No,
gig.
Devin,
It's
stop.
a 6 gig dedicated
Stop.
card.
Why you do this, Devin?
It's only $700.
Did I
So it's
just
about
call-
approximately...
Did I just call you Steven? Did you just put? What, did your arm break?
No.
Oh, you have a wrist thing. I was like, oh my god, that just shattered your fucking wrist. Anyway.
Yeah, so it's a 6 gig dedicated card. It's only $700.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
I'll
check
go
out.
with that one.
That's it for news. Actually, news.
Nieces?
Nice.
Nice.
That's it for news. I don't know, Kumar or Devin, if you had anything else to bring up in terms of news that you can think of.
No, but I'm very disappointed that you told me I get 2 free games if I buy a card.
I did it to. I can't pun right now. Anyway, Kumar, you still around?
I'm still here.
Okay, sorry, we're just talking. I'm talking.
Got really quiet.
So new releases for next week to roll these off. What week are we? Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I forgot. Next week, Aliens Colonial Marines is coming out for the PS3, 360, and PC. And I did not remember that game has full 4-player co-op through the entire fucking single player.
That's awesome.
Drop in, drop out.
Badass.
That's 2 awesome co-op games in 2 weeks.
Too bad you have no
Woo!
friends.
Yeah.
Too bad you have no friends, he says.
Hey, I got Jackal to buy it too, so I'll have at least one dude.
Awesome, Drackle. Good job.
Jackal, you're the fucking best. All right. So other than that, we have Omerta City of Gangsters coming out for the 360 and PC, which is apparently a top-down gangster
Shooter?
XCOM. However, I kind of looked at it and I'm like, that looked like poop. And then reviews were like, it's kind of poop. So
Might be poop.
it might be poop. It is like budgety on PC for cost, so that looks. I don't know. I'll wait. As well as Yes Chronicles, Wise 1 and 2 Chronicles coming out. We got Alien Breed coming out for the PSN, and Rocket Birds on the PS Vita, which is a game that came out on Steam, and some Sonic All Stars Racing, which has been out for some other consoles, but coming out to the 3DS. So this weird fucking, I don't know, this other thing. So that's about it. Oh man, and the week after, I'm so excited.
Oh, I need to pick up that card.
I'm so excited next to buy that. I just want to keep whispering it. Yeah, so that's it for releases pretty much. Which brings us to pretty much the end where we check out comments.
Do you want to read them off again?
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Shall
go.
we alternate?
I'm gonna go to the YouTube.
If I beat you there.
People in the chat, if you guys have some questions, feel free to let them be heard in the chat. For those of you listening on the iTunes version or on the YouTube version, down below, leave a comment. We will read them on the next podcast for sure. And we'll do any questions, as well as we're going to throw this out there now. Next week is our 52nd episode, and Kumar, Dan, Devin, and I want to do something special because 52 episodes is technically a year
Yeah.
of episodes.
And you guys are awesome too.
And you guys are awesome. So if you guys have any ideas of things you guys want us to do, no matter how weird it may sound in your brain, just throw it onto the paper of the internet, and we will read it. And yeah.
Your words come out weirdly.
Yeah, exactly. So comments on our last podcast, number 50. We have Demon Dog 221 who says, "You just couldn't go the extra 3 seconds and make it an hour and 50 minutes for shame." Because it was 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 57 seconds. I can be OCD too sometimes.
Was planned for sure.
Yeah, it's totally bland.
Well, I can be OCD too sometimes too. And when he said that, I was like, oh fuck, I totally could have. Like I was just like, that just bothers me now that I see it. Do you want to hit the next one, Devin?
No, I'll do the one after that.
Mysterious Nuts Gaming said he subbed us. We think you're a pretty cool bro as well.
Awesome name.
And we would sub back. However, if you'll notice on our channel, we don't sub anything, but we sub stuff on our private things.
Yeah.
So maybe we can talk about it and do some underground deals. Possibly swap some sub. Anyways, I'm gonna stop making it creepy. But anyways, Devin, you want to read the next one?
The Ultima Extreme.
Person responsible for the banner on the video version.
Awesome. That's wicked.
You're sick.
Wow, you even shouted me out. Trust me, I think you were long overdue for a new banner. Now there's some pizza.
Pizzazz. Not
There's
pizzas.
some pizza.
Pizzas.
Yeah, okay, read the next part. It makes you sound like an idiot, Devin.
I can't English.
There you go. Perfect. And then we have, ow, my stomach. Then we have Dark Altar 2000, who's the dude who's been leaving questions for all the podcasts so far, or all the recent podcasts so far.
What genre band would you guys be?
What genre band would you guys
Like if the four of us were to be in a band?
Yeah.
80s
Okay.
hair metal.
And I'd just be like the phallic dancer in the background.
I just pictured you in a giant like costume.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
With a giant costume.
but just like flailing your arms above your head.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Look at my giant costume in the top right. Anyway. Yeah, so that's it for
I
comments.
guess we're gonna wrap it up
No,
here.
no, hold on. Does anybody in the live chat have any questions for us?
Oh man.
I'm going to scroll up, so it's gonna look really weird on the live version, on the unrecorded version. You require more butts.
Dog
For those in the
face.
video version, I am Ultimate Extreme. What's up? Pizza Hut, $10 medium, 3 toppings. We got some advertising going on in there. They've been ignoring the chat. I've been bringing up stuff you guys have been saying. Since you've killed Devin with your pizza
Jeez, yeah, apparently.
Pizza Hut comment, Hardia. This is why we don't. Shanghai China asks, since there are so many reboots for games, what games would you reboot? Now, do you mean like HD remakes or just full on bring back some awesome ass series and like redo, like either restart or continue with new gen? Actually, if you had either of those, Hardy says Siphon Filter. Any of you guys, if you have old school ass games that you'd bring back?
Perfect Dark for myself. I'd love to see that remake.
Not Perfect Dark Zero doesn't count, right?
No,
Thank
forget
God.
that shit.
Thank God. I've yet to meet someone who's like, oh man, Perfect Dark Zero was really good. No.
Actually, they did do an HD remake.
Yeah. But it wasn't
But
really
that-
HD. It was still...
Well, it was HD to a certain extent. Like they just redid some of the textures and everything, but at the end of the day, it wasn't in the vein that I would have liked to have seen it. So a true remake would be awesome for that. I'd love that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I would see that. That'd be pretty cool. Just any of those types of games, like a first-person spy-ish game that is not Rogue Warrior with tons of curses and.
I'd like to play a game that is kind of like Hitman, where you have to scope things out and
Mhm.
everything like that. But instead of actually like killing a dude, you have to steal intel. Like the missions are varied. Like you play a spy, so like some missions you have to go kill an enemy spy, or you have to gather intel, or you have to, plant a bug or something.
Do you mean like in first person or just
First person.
in first person?
In first person.
So you're saying like first person Splinter Cell.
Pretty much.
So what you're saying is you really can't wait for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six
Liberty.
Revengeance? No, yeah. Liberty,
I'm actually
Liberty,
really stoked for Liberty Tales. I think it is. Or
Liberty-
Liberty. Crap like that. Liberty Stories.
No, that's fucking Grand Theft Auto. That would be sick if Rainbow Six was like, "Yo, we got to go save people over there." Then it like pops out,
The
it's
Lost
like,
in the
"Get
Dip.
into a car," and you're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So
They take Need for Speed, Rainbow Six,
Oh.
Grand Theft Auto, and they
Ooh.
all mash it together, and they have crazy high res
oh,
graphics and
You throw in some Star
porn.
Wars
You throw in
pod
some-
racer action.
yeah. Manage each engine to turn and stuff. One game. I don't know if you guys ever played this on the N64. I think it was on the N64. I played it on the Dreamcast though. Before it was cool. No, I'm kidding. Rush 2047. Did anybody play that?
Never played it.
Played it.
It was like you drive really, really, really fast in cars, but you hit a button and wings would shoot out of your car. So you could hit a jump, flip wings, turn on like a boost, and just start doing like crazy ass front flips and then land. But it was like also like a street racing game. But then you could go into another mode, which was like a skate park, and you're just fucking going off ramps and flipping your car, and it was sick. It was sick as shit. That game would be really cool. I want to go play that game now. I don't think it would hold up.
You sound
Yeah,
really happy
I
talking
think
about
I think
it.
in my head I'm imagining this like godlike game, and I'm gonna go and play that and be like, what the fuck is this? Like, but I remember having a lot of fun with Retro 2047.
Rush 20.
Yeah, it's like Nitronic Rush. Yeah, exactly. Which somebody in the chat brought up, which is actually going down pipes and doing kind of like flippy stuff. But and there's a new one coming out, which I don't know if it got kickstarted, but yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool. Devin, is that so? Your
a
weird
reboot.
mashup of
A reboot of.
well, you can still say your mashup crazy thing.
Yeah, I think. Well, like, I want it to be between like 12 and 18 hours. I want it to be like all over the globe, but none of that crazy like Call of Duty like mission brief room. Here's this level like that's linear and stuff. Like it would have to be an open world environment. Like you get dumped in Moscow.
I think you are going to be.
Here's
So
a
random.
here's a picture of your target. Go. Like, oh fuck. Like what do I do? Like, oh, do I have a gun? Oh no, like you know, you've got a package waiting for you in this dumpster at this time, and if you're not there by this time, then
It'll explode, killing everybody.
well, like the dumpster will like be taken away by like a garbage truck or something, so you'll lose your pistol, and then you have to go and do a different way. Like, I think that'd be awesome, but like not every level is like just go murder this dude. It's like plant a bug or, you know.
Sounds like you're gonna probably really enjoy Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Sounds like you just like told me, hey Riccio, hey Devin,
Watch Dogs.
hey, I would love to play Watch Dogs. Hey Devin, as would I. And then we kind of just had an agreement.
Yeah. I really do want to play Watch Dogs.
I know.
Actually, I want to also play Remember Me. That looks really
Go
fucking
ahead.
good.
Yeah, Remember Me looks pretty good. Yeah.
I really want to play those two games. So I think
You know what,
that'd be awesome. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Halo.
My Skype just broke temporarily. I apologize.
That's okay.
I think another cool remake would be Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
If BioWare came out and did it in the same vein of Mass Effect, where everything was just fully voiced over and they added a bunch of shit like that would be wicked.
Yeah, I would go with that.
But I don't know.
Did you play through Knights of the Old Republic at all, or no?
Played a bit of it. My roommate was the one who was really into it, so I played like an hour and then watched him play through most of it. So
It was awesome, even for somebody who's like doesn't really know much about Star Wars. I still really enjoyed the shit of that game.
Oh man, I love that game. That's probably one of the games that Dan probably would have. Actually, no. What was that game that Dan?
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron, yeah. for sure.
But they made Lair. He can just go play Lair and have a ton of fun with Lair. No,
instead of playing Rogue Squadron, are you kidding?
Yeah.
This guy's gonna murder you.
I think a cool game they should remake, but maybe in like 3D with some like 3D instead of sprites and stuff. I think it'd be cool if they made a 3D Pokemon game, but make it like portable. Maybe call it like Y and X or something. But no, I think that
Isn't there a game called Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm just
actually, have you seen the remake of first person Pokemon that someone's been
with all the sprites and stuff?
Yeah, been coding themselves and
yeah.
They don't actually call it Pokemon,
Yeah.
but it's something very similar.
I'd like that.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome.
But anyways, is there any other questions in the chat before we Oh yeah, that's one thing I actually wanted to bring up that we didn't bring up during the news. Last of Us gameplay got shown.
Oh really?
And all the gameplay they've showed so far has been like scavenging and sort of dealing with the human people. The video that they put out was a dark kind of like subway looking area in complete darkness with just a flashlight. They showcased zombies as well as the like second phase of zombies, which is when the fungus starts growing out of their face, which makes them blind, and they're called clickers, and they do like that grudge like and it's like, and that echoes in like the subway, and that's how they're like communicating and shit.
Creepy.
And
that reminds me of the people from the I Am Legend. The dudes who like can't walk out into the sun and like are really feral and crazy.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But oh man, like it's complete darkness, and you're hearing that clicker sound bouncing off the walls and shit, and then like you hear them all around you. But then like he kills one of them, and then one starts doing like a clicker kind of like not scream but like alerting, and then it's like you hear all of them start clicking and running at you, and I was like, holy fuck! Like at first I was like, I can't wait for Last of Us. Now I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through this game. So it looks terrifying. So yeah, it.
Oh, actually, speaking of that as well, they're including the. I don't know if it's the E3 demo, but they're including a playable version of it in the God of War Ascension disc, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that they had mentioned it somewhere. I just don't remember I don't remember which game they were going to be including it with, but I think it's God of War.
Yeah, it's God of War. It's I believe Hardy in the chat was also mentioning that. He's been our like source for random stuff for tonight. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's really good.
But yeah,
that game looks real good. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be one of those games where I'm going to have to play with all the lights on and like not at 3 a.m.
Yeah, but oh god,
because I won't sleep.
I'm so excited for that game.
I did that with Dead Rising 2. I made the mistake of playing that at 3 a.m. and I didn't sleep for like 2 days.
Can I say something that might be slightly controversial?
Sure, go for it.
I don't know how excited I am for Last of Us.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a little bit indifferent about it, and part of why is because I remember the first video that I saw.
Yeah.
It just reminded me so much of Uncharted. I know that the gameplay is like it's a gritty environment.
Yeah,
I know that the story is totally different and all these different things, but it reminded me so much of Uncharted that I just
the reason why I'm excited for it is because it's going to be a grittier version of Uncharted. Like I know that does it at injustice by comparing it to that, but it seems like it's going in a direction that's something completely different from Uncharted. It's gonna be more intense. It's gonna have you on the edge of your seat. It's gonna have you fucking screaming like a little girl, i.e. Riccio and myself.
Yeah.
So for me, yes, it looks like similar to Uncharted, but I think it's gonna fill that different enough niche that it will be something completely new and something that will be, will fit perfectly into its own little section. It won't have the shadow of Uncharted over it.
Okay.
I think if you guys watch that new video, you'll notice for sure that it's definitely not an Uncharted game looking anymore. Like it almost seems I don't want to say it's almost like Daisy like, to the point where you're in this like gritty ass environment looking for this shit in like the darkest place, and there's zombies all around you, and you're trying to like craft while you're being attacked by like adding blades to your fucking like bat or something so it does more damage, and there's a lot of crazy shit going on. But also I'm super excited for that game because totally fucked up out there comparison. But there is, you guys remember Prince of Persia that came out, the cell shaded one?
Yeah.
It was a Hugh and
2008.
Elise or some sort of chick.
Like she screamed when grass came out of her.
Yeah, sure. That was weird. I really like that game because I love games that have dynamics of like two main characters that seem to not know each other and then build off of that and then kind of have a relationship. And I don't mean that in a way with Last of Us because she's like fucking super young and he's like really old. But I don't mean like a relationship like they connect. Yeah, they
are good counters for each other as well.
They'll back each other up and all that crazy shit. That game looks like it's gonna be the next game that really does that fucking crazily well. And just like in Prince of Persia, you didn't really have to worry about Ellie or Ellis or Ellica. Thank you. Oh my god. So I don't know. I'm really, really excited because I love games that do that dynamic. So
it'll be really interesting to see where it.
But Carver fucked it up. Carver's just an asshole. Carver's a fucking
dude. Why did he take Ellie? What the hell is going on over there? By the way,
it's not even. Yeah, it's not. He's just a dick. Everything he says so far in the past like hour and a half of the game, it's like I don't even want to fucking play with you. Like you're just a fucking dick. Actually, when you're playing single player, you want to like hit him in the face because he's a jerk. But when you're playing co-op, his like little quips that'll add in are just like you'll kind of giggle at it because you're like that was funny. Because like Isaac will say something. I have a question for you. Joe.
Yeah. And I hope this isn't too spoilery. There's a character who loses her eye in Dead Space 2.
Yeah.
Did they explain why?
I forgot that happened to her.
Okay.
She seems
because
character has two eyes now.
I have a very vivid memory of seeing that scene in Dead Space 2. And so when I was watching you live streaming Dead Space 3, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
Why does she have two eyes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold still. I'm going to take that one out. This just isn't right. Just hold still real quick.
So, yeah. We're being told that, yes, I forgot, in Dead Space 2, the dude with the mental issues, like, what's his name?
He straight up freaking stabs her in the eye with this, like, little
okay, so
rod.
Jackal is now telling us that they do tell you about that. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Anyways, I still got to play more Dead Space 3, but,
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today's podcast.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are listening to us on iTunes, don't forget to check out the YouTube site. If you are listening to us on YouTube, don't forget to check us out on iTunes. Remember, write a review. It really kind of helps us out and maybe gets us noticed a little bit more.
And the new and upcoming
podcasts, as well as stay tuned for a lot of Chronicles, Valkyrie Chronicles, Binding of Isaac,
more Magicka. Yeah, more Magicka is coming.
And then if you have any suggestions for a Let's Play that either Riccio and I can do, as well as I think Dan and I are going to probably maybe do some retro gaming stuff sometime in the near future, hopefully within the next month or so. If you have any ideas for games that you want us to play, leave us a comment or send us a private message or an email or tweet us or
Vine us, not wine, fine.
Vine us or write us a letter, send us a messenger pigeon.
If you send us a letter, if it's not
blood,
not blood, but if it's not waxed shut, we will not accept it.
Yeah, actually, if you want to send us a letter with a seal and a crest on it, I'll just have it framed.
It's gotta have
I'm
a
not
crest.
even gonna open it. I'm just gonna frame
It's
it.
gotta have a crest.
I'll just frame it.
If it's not lemon scented, no.
But yeah, if you have any ideas for us, yeah, that'd be great.
Before we go, somebody in the chat just says Unity plays with the fans. We totally do want to do a community day, especially now that our streaming setup totally records at the same time. We want to do this. And actually, last Friday, I played some Chivalry, and I tried the new update, the dueling thing, and I was able to host a server, and people were playing. I want to almost do that. So if you guys want to have like a Chivalry day, comment.
Yeah,
I would love to.
As well as we can do something for a Tuesday or a Sunday because I have those days off now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, to everyone who's listening, thanks for listening. Take care. Have a great time. Watch some of our other videos if you'd like. We're pretty okay.
I'm gonna cut Riccio off and say I've been Somppi.
Okay.
Kumar.
I'm Kumar.
We're good people.
And thank you guys for tuning in.
Is Riccio crying? What's going on right now?
A little bit. A little bit.
No.
Did you
Wow.
hit him
I'm
something?
actually
What the
no.
hell
Now
happened?
now I'm actually accidentally tearing up.
Can I poke you in the eye?
Don't. No. Anyways. Yeah. Stay care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
There, guys.
Meow.